What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another motivational morning motivation. It is Tuesday. Make it Monday, take it Tuesday. I don't know why, I just like the rhymes. And hey, listen, um, today we are talking about what you believe. So I hit burpee number 67 today. And for those of you that already know, I just don't do burpees, right? I do the crunches. I try to do the dips. My boy Brian sent me this ultimate burpee video where you're holding the dumbbells and you do the squat, the push out, but then you kind of do the what do they call, like the lunges, and then you come it's crazy. I was like, I don't know, I'm not ready for that yet, but that's a whole nother story. Now some of y'all might be wondering why some days are more kind of motivational than others as far as tone. I'm not the only one in the house, so morning times I got to kind of, got to keep it kind of kosher. And then other times, maybe like today, I feel like it. You can be just a little bit more excited and more inspirational in tonality. So look at this, guys. At the end of the day, I didn't feel like doing 67 burpees this morning. I didn't like it. I said, no, this is not going to work. As a matter of fact, I said to myself, just do 20. It's okay. Just do 20. But there's a few things that I just kind of went against that thought. Okay. And one of the things that I was really fighting against was the goal that I have. Like, I have a particular goal in mind. Like, this is one of the things that I want to do. Like, I have a particular physique, athleticism that I'm looking for. And with that comes the actual pain that, that's required in order to stretch yourself and to push yourself, right? So that's one thing. But the other thing is this, guys. I don't want to show up on here and I want to tell y'all that I only did 25 burpees as opposed to the 67 that I hit today. Like that really just hit me. Part of my belief system is that if I can show up and let you know that I've done it, it will somehow motivate, inspire, push, maybe just give you just an ounce of, well, hey, if Chris can do it, then I definitely can do it too, right? And so that's part of my belief system, though, right? There's this level of accountability to an extent where if I miss the mark, and we all miss the mark at some point. Like I'm not gonna jinx it, but there might come a time when I just don't hit it. But I'm hoping that at that moment, though, there will be people who will be able to support me if that does happen. Okay. So the reason why we're talking about belief today is because I came across this book this morning. It's by Dr. James Sire. So it's called The Universe Next Door. And he really dives into, I think they're like they're really about 9 different philosophical worldviews. And this one is from a Christian's perspective. So it's not like he's trying to bash the other ones, but he goes through a very logical process of why, what the other ones are and why Christian theism is the most logical one. Very, very interesting. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because we all have a system of belief. We all have it. We all have a philosophical worldview. The problem is this. When you decide, you know what, I don't want to be a Christian theist. I want to be a deist or a naturalist or an Eastern pantheist or a New Age. Nothing's wrong with that. But if you start dabbling into the different systems and you just have this whole huge amalgamation, which I think probably is postmodernism, then what begins to happen is when something rough happens or occurs, or you're not really sure how to operate, you're going to be like all over the place. All over the place. You won't know where to ground yourself. So find a belief system. And my challenge to you is to stick with it, at least for a little bit. Like you really have to, like, if you say I'm a naturalist, then be the naturalist, like be the naturalist through and through. If you are a nihilist, which is nothing matters. Nihilism is like the total opposite. Yeah, it's not atheism. Nihilism is like, listen, nothing is nothing is nothing. Then be the nihilist. The point is this: find a belief system and operate out of it, because that is how you're going to behave. That is how your actions, your thoughts, your feelings, that's what it all kind of coalesces to when you realize, okay, I don't feel this way today, or something didn't happen, but my belief system says this is what should happen. Now, you're probably saying, I don't want to subscribe to a belief system per se, because the belief system shouldn't be how I determine how I operate. Well, then you're probably a postmodernist. The point is this: at the end of the day, there is some form of system that you do have. Even if you decide to shoot at the hip and to think about, things from the top of your head, as opposed to in some kind of systematic order, you, that's still a system. I know you're probably like, no, don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a box is a system. There is a system that we all operate out of. And I truly believe that, because when we talked about starting over again, it's just how the world was created. Even if you don't believe in a creator, it's how the world is ordered and how it's just formed. Yeah. So anyway, I say that because you don't have to. I think this is actually a cool book. Now, I think there's a newer edition. I think the new edition is probably like white, but nothing's wrong with getting the older copy. This is like the fourth edition. Anyway, point is this, guys: find a system, find a worldview, and stick with it. So y'all already know what mine is, right? Find one for yourself. Find one that works. And hey, and challenge it. Nothing's wrong with that, but you got to operate in it. Operate in it to its fullest, as best as you can, because then you'll start to see maybe there's some gaps, maybe there's some holes, maybe there's some things that you don't believe in. But I will guarantee you this: there's gonna come a point in time. There will come a point in time when something gets rough, like something gets difficult, and it's your system. It's how you believe. It's not gonna be what you feel. Let's put it that way. It's not going to be what you feel that's going to carry you. It's going to be the root, the foundation of why you believe you exist. Now, we all know belief systems have three things in mind, right? I think it's epistemology, what is true; axiology, what is a value; and what's the other one? What is real? What is the word for real? Epistemology, axiology, and can't remember the third one. Anyway, what is true, what is real, and what is a value? What is true for you? What is real for you? And what do you deem valuable? Those govern your ethics. Those govern how you just operate in the world. And for me, prayer is huge. So if prayer is oxygen, then belief is breathing. All right. On that deep note, I will talk to you guys later. Have an amazing Tuesday. And I will